Ferg, you're a bit of an old hand at this. Do you get revved up still before Cheltenham?
Yeah, you love Cheltenham. It's my favourite week of the year, and you know, it's well documented having had a Cheltenham Festival winner, which we hopefully need to tick the box. But regardless of that, I just love Cheltenham. I've always loved Cheltenham from my days back at Naunton with Nigel. It's just a great week. You know, family come over, friends. It's just, look, Cheltenham in April, the 100 Chase meeting is a great meeting. I love that. But this week is just something special, you know, and I just love it.
I was going to leave it till later in the interview before I said you hadn't had a winner at Cheltenham, but
I thought I'd get in there first.
Yeah, a few near misses.
Yeah, we've had a few near misses. Barney Dwan, Alaphilippe, Capsulet, Imperial Alcazar. You know, been a couple there. You know, so I'm not complaining with the lot we've had. It's just, look, our turn will come. So I said the other day to someone, if you stay on the wheel long enough, your turn does come. Yeah.
And Crambo, let's start off with him. He's just been a fantastic horse. So tell us the story, because didn't Noel Feely have him to start off with?
Yeah, Noel bred him, and as far as I know, the sales companies didn't want him. He was premature. I think he was about 2 weeks premature. Sales company didn't want him as a 3-year-old, so he had to. Noel broke him in and got him going, and Jared and Chris Giles bought him, and he's been fantastic since he's been to us. He came to us with another horse called Feast, which Jared and Chris owned as well. Feast, you know, in the first month was setting the gallop alight. I kept saying to Noel, "This Feast, I love this Feast. He's the best horse we've got." And he's going, "Oh yeah, what about Crambo?" "Oh yeah, Crambo." I said, "He's okay. Yeah, he's going through the motions. Yeah." And as it turned out, he's just like all those good horses. You know, they never show a whole lot. And he's still the same today. You know, is that they don't show you a whole pile at home. But he's just a fantastic horse for us. He's been phenomenal.
What he has got is a fantastic will to win. Him and Paisley Park battling it out. You know, it was special, wasn't it?
Yeah, that gives us a lot of pride, that race. You know, and to see the way he did it and how well he did it, and just, yeah, it was just fantastic to get headed by a horse like Paisley Park, and then to come back and go, you know, going away from it at the line. It was phenomenal. I was just, you know, I was so proud of him that day. It was a great ride by Johnny Burke. It was great to see, you know, Chris and his wife and Jared and his wife. They're all there together in the winners' enclosure, and you know, Jared hadn't been racing for a while, a couple of years, I think, and it was just great. Ascot, you know, just before Christmas, it was fantastic. It was a proper feel good day. Yeah. Isn't
it funny how some horses just develop and like he has, he's gone from a handicapper. People forget it was a grade 1. You know, it's a completely different kettle of fish.
Yeah, but he's always been fairly decent. You know, he beat a very good horse, Wally Murphy's, on his second bumper with a penalty one day around Huntington, which, you know, they really fancied. Adrian Heskin was riding out for the time, and they really fancied. I think it was Butch, you know, he's turned out to be a very good horse, and you know, and then nothing really happened right in his first hurdle race at Ascot, but he still managed to win. Yeah, so he's just been a very good horse. You know, we've been very lucky with him.
I suppose he's got to take another jump forward again to be competitive even at Cheltenham.
Yeah, he definitely has to take another step forward. It's a different kettle of fish there, you know, and what the Irish will bring over. But you know, what I think he has got on his side, he's got youth. He's young, he's enthusiastic, and yeah, I'm really looking forward to him running.
It's interesting you say that, because all the others, we know a lot about them. We know what Paisley does. We even know Tia Hooper. We know, you know, Irish Point. This lad is the only one really that perhaps even you don't know how good he is.
No, we probably don't. You know, I don't think we've. Hopefully, we haven't seen the best of him yet. You know, I think he'll progress from this year to next year and the year after, and you know, we can run him a few more times. You know, we've sort of looked after him this year, because just, you know, he had a very hard race at Ascot, and I was just keen not to go back to the Cleve and have another big battle again before Cheltenham. And look, he, like I said the other day, he's in great form. It's almost like, I'd love to be able to tell you he's a difficult horse to train, but he's not. He's almost like he's got the calendar and he's in his stable and he's ticking off the days, and he's telling us what days he wants to go and work well and stuff like that. So you know, I'm very lucky to have him.
I'd just like to mention as well Eve, who looks after him.
Yeah.
She is a big part of it. I know it's a bit of a cliche, she say that, but she genuinely is, isn't she?
100%. You know, it was the same when I was at Nigel with Imperial Commander. You know, Sparky and Joe Collinson were so important to Imperial Commander. Even though Imperial Commander most days was a dope on the rope, he had his quirks, and to have those people with him day in, day out, it's very important.
Eve, how excited on a level from 1 to 10 are you about this lad running?
Very excited. It's a bit surreal, really, to think sort of 3 years ago I wouldn't have seen him here, and like to think he's done what he's done. It's quite amazing. So yeah.
So have you been a part of the story from the word go?
Yeah. So he came into my stables when he first arrived with us, and he hasn't left them. So it's quite nice. So, and like, I don't think I'd love him any less if he'd never run a race. So, yeah, quite cool.
And just tell us about his progression and why he seems to have improved so much. If you know, I don't know.
I'm not sure I can really answer that. I mean, he's always been so laid back in his work. I mean, he'll do whatever you ask him, but he will never do too much at home. He's quite a chilled out guy. So I don't know, but he seems to just keep getting better. Was
it all been a complete surprise to you then that he's turned out as well as he has?
I don't want to say I never thought he'd be anything special, but even when he first won, I was surprised and I was pleased, obviously. But he doesn't give away too much here, so it's all pretty special actually that he does it all on the track.
People that perhaps don't realise, you know, a horse is not just a horse, and the bond that you've got with this lad must make a difference.
Yeah, well, I don't know, maybe not. He probably doesn't care. He might not even know who I am.
I think he does. I think he does.
Yeah, it's really nice, and you know, to have a horse that I spend so much time with as well, and be able to ride him every day is really nice. Makes such a difference to the job as well. Say it's a day when it's freezing cold and raining, he'd be the one I want to ride every day. So, yeah. And
you were telling me you led up Alaphilippe when he was second, didn't you, at Cheltenham?
Yeah, second by a head.
Oh no.
So, yeah. So it's been lucky to take one. So to take two is really amazing. So,
and do you get nervous when you're there for him or the situation?
Oh, yeah. I'll be stood there shaking. But it's all pretty thrilling, and it's sort of the last few jumps it all gets a bit tense, doesn't it? But I have a lot of faith in him.
Tell us about Dysart Enos. Crambo, you said, is very straightforward. She's not quite so, is she?
No, she's a bit hot, and so like Tom Broughton's very important to her. Scott looks after her, and you know, she just has her days when she just, yeah, like I said the other day, you have to dance to her tune, and that's sometimes a lot of the way with those good mares, and that's what we do. You know, if she's not feeling it, then we let her do what she sort of wants to do, and try and get the work into her another way. So, but yeah, she's a very good mare. She's very straightforward, and you know, I think she's 6 from 6 for us. So again, you couldn't have envisaged how good she was when we bought her. You know, she went to Ludlow on the first day against the boys because we were struggling to find a mare's race. Connor rode her there, gave her a lovely ride, but it takes a bit to come from behind at Ludlow, past 14 others, and it was pretty good, a very good run, yeah.
And she's been pretty impressive. I mean, particularly last time at Doncaster.
Yeah, she had to be impressive at Doncaster, but I think Cheltenham's the one. The novice hurdle around Cheltenham is the one you take the bar from, you know, and yeah, she was very good. We went to Doncaster. Neil Jukes, who does all our entry stuff, found the race, so she had a £6 penalty for 2 good wins, you know, and then had her mare's allowance, so she was actually £1 well in. So yeah, Doncaster, she did what she had to do, and you know, it was just a case of getting a run into her to get the gas out of her, and then build her up to Cheltenham.
It's always nerve-wracking because you read the Gordon Elliott, the Willie Mullins. So, I mean, if you read the paper, there's no point going, is there? You know, but she must have got a massive chance.
Yeah, look, you're right. And I was impressed with Ben Pauling's article the other day, in which he said, you know, it is our festival, although I'm Irish. But yeah, it is our festival, and you know, we want to go there and compete, and that's what you want to do. You want to compete with the best of them, and I think she's got a great chance. Yeah, she's a great mare. She's in a great place, and we're really, really happy with her.
Tom Broughton rides her every day. Well, just tell us about her. What's she like?
Yeah, like you say, she can be a live wire, but it's all in good spirit. She just loves her work and loves being out and about.
Look, she's been some horse for the yard, hasn't she? She's been, well, nothing short of extraordinary, really.
Yeah, she really has. Yeah, I mean, from the first day at Ludlow, I mean, she really took our eye that day. We didn't quite know what to expect. We liked her, but that was really nice, and yeah, she just kept on improving from there.
Yeah, I'll hold her. She's with each of her runs, she seemingly gets better, but the run at Cheltenham was very, very special. She just looked so good.
It really was, yeah, and she hadn't gone up a hill. She hadn't run against geldings, so I think she proved a lot that day against a couple of proven horses, and I think she did that nicely, and sort of, yeah, it was a brilliant run.
What is her ace card? Is it her enthusiasm? Is it her will to win?
I think it's her professionalism. You know, she'd never be a flashy one on the gallop. She just does it.
She's not fasting at home.
No, and that's why she really surprised me, because I'd worked her at home, and then we took her to Ludlow, but she always, from day one, she was very professional and just took everything in her stride and did everything nicely.
And the other thing is, of course, she's got the experience in big fields, and it's sure to be a decent-sized field again.
Absolutely. Like you look at the Aintree bumper, and it's a big field, and she put them behind her, and I think the occasion won't be a problem. She gets wound up, but it's only because she wants to get on with it. She doesn't do anything silly.
And I suppose you'll be there. Will you be riding at Cheltenham? Have you got any rides in the amateur races?
I hope so. Yeah, it'd be nice. Yeah, yeah, I wouldn't be complaining. But yeah, even if it's just there to see her, it'd be brilliant. Yeah.
Ferg, Tiori, I was at Southall when he won last time. I was really impressed with him. He'd have a chance in the Boodles.
I think so. Yeah, going on other horses we've run in the Boodles. Yeah, I think he'd definitely be in the shake-up. I think if he runs these races, he was very impressive at Southall. It didn't really happen for him at Musselburgh the one day. Just all went wrong from an early stage. Won very well first time out for us, and then say Musselburgh didn't really happen. And then did it really well at Southall though.
You were saying he's got the right sort of profile. What do you mean by that?
Got a great temperament. He's aggressive. He's got a will to win. I think he loved the race. I think he loved the hurly-burly of it. Some horses, and especially those sort of juveniles, don't always love that. But I think he's one that will, and the driver, he'll have the right driver on him who'll enjoy it as well.
I'll tell you what though, Ferg, when you were working at Captain Forster's and you were bogging your way up the gallop, to see where you've got to now, you're looking at your fantastic string of horses. You've got the Cotswolds in the background there. I mean, it doesn't get any better than this, does it?
It's unbelievable. I think you used to always say I've done well for an idiot, so I can't really disagree with you. Yeah, I remember the first when I can remember it like it was yesterday when I went to see Captain Foster because I said I wanted to ride, I wanted to get a condition license, and he said to me, he said, "You're not good enough," but he said, "I think you'll make a very good head lad one day." So there you go. He got two things right.